Joel, we're both business owners.
We are.
And I chuckle when I hear, how many hats do you wear?
Well, there's the fire hat.
All of them. We wear all of them.
Yeah, that one was the fire hat. We just had another problem.
When you hear that, and once again, we're talking to your customers, the cleaning company owner, sometimes the team managers if in a larger facility. Gosh, what advice do you have, man? It's just, there are days.
There are days that feel like years.
Yes.
And then there's months that feel like centuries. But no, seriously, as a business owner, particularly of a small to even mid-sized firm, you end up wearing so many hats because you're not completely working on your business. You're working in your business. When you're first starting out, you are probably the cleaner, the custodian, you're the sales rep, you're the marketing rep. If you've hired people, you're, also having to deal with HR issues, your AP and AR. So I love when these come, can we just talk to a representative in your AR department or your AP department? Well, yeah, you're speaking to them. You're legal. And when you can't do it anymore, you have to talk to an attorney for that extra advice and experience in that realm. You're also dealing with the insurance and you're doing audits. And more insurance companies are requiring companies to do self-audits. So you're not just trying to do the everyday stuff that comes up, but you're also having to do the audits for your workers' comp, your liability, your umbrella, and it takes up time until you can start growing your company and have segmented individuals to do it. But while you're in the beginning, you're wearing hundreds of hats.
Yeah.
You're going to be ordering the supplies. You're going to be taking the inventory. You're going to be doing the quality control checks.
All true.
You have to do the disciplinary. You have to post the job. You have to write the quote. So there's just so many things out there. Oh, and make the bank deposits and make sure that the money gets moved over because people got to get paid. And that's even if you've got a payroll service, you still have a lot of payroll stuff you have to do to get it ready so that the money can be moved. But boy, you better make sure those deposits are there because when you go to move that money, and if there isn't any or you forgot to do it, you're going to be bouncing your accounts.
Payroll services and state income offices have no sense of humor.
No, they don't. Not at all. But there are just so many different hats that we wear. One way that has made it easier for me to understand some of the different hats that I have to wear till I can hire somebody for those positions is I joined a networking group where it is limited to one person per category. And I get to listen to the insurance salesman and I understand what it is I should be asking, the types of questions I should be asking. What are limits that I have to do? What does a hard market mean? I can talk to the financial person about the 401ks that we have. I can talk to the payroll and they're going to keep me up to date on a lot of the rules. An HR company that's also keeping you up to date on all the rules. So even though you wear a lot of hats, having people around you to educate you to increase your knowledge is key.
Mm-hmm. It can be daunting, Joel.
That's why I have, my website designer and, friend Ray taking care of a lot of my marketing stuff for me at this time.
Part of having that relationship in a networking group, but I realize we're really talking about the hats, but
those are the hats.
Those are
you got to educate yourself so that you can do them.
Bootstrapping yourself when you're just starting or you've got your first employee, there's still so much for that owner to do. I do believe it's really important to have that network around you so that you can get good personal, professional advice on when it's time to hand something off. I don't know as business owners we'll ever be done wearing more than one hat.
I hope not.
It does keep the day interesting.
It does keep the day interesting. But to do some things a little less, that's where I want to either hire somebody in-house or hire a service to do it, but you still need to know the right questions to be asking and have enough awareness so that you know when it's not being done right, that it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah. As we round this one out, the things that occur to me, because you and I have been comparing notes on business ownership for a minute.
Let's leave it there.
Some of the things I'd throw out and ask you to maybe comment on. Understand you're probably going to have to spend a lot of time working on your business and in your business. Cut yourself some slack when you get tired. If it's taking you 2 days to do something that should take 2 hours, get help.
Or rest, because sometimes it's because you're burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah. What would you add out of that?
Have a good sounding board and really try to find some time to make for yourself, because you do need some downtime because of all the hats that you wear. There's days I get 300 emails and 100 phone calls. in one day, in 1 8-hour period of time.
Yeah.
And it is so important to make sure that you spend some good quality time keeping your mental health and your physical health, because you're not going to be any good to your customer or your staff if you're under the weather.
And it's hard to run a business when you're dead.
Very true.
Folks, if you're listening to this and you've ever thought, I don't know how I'm going to get this done, I would encourage you, reach out, contact Joel. He has been there. Some days it feels like he still is. And he can help.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Joel.
You're welcome.